Have you ever heard the same subtle message from a number of different people in your life in ways that they don't intend to tell you the same thing, but there's sort of this subtle message coming from heaven that only you know is being said through what other people are saying, because it recurs and it resonates with you, and it's maybe something you're looking for an answer or solution to, or maybe it's just something that you don't even think about until you hear it enough times from different people. Well, I had that experience this past week, and I think it's worth talking about because it has to do with attorneys and how we interact with our clients, what is meaningful to our clients, and what they're left seeking from so many attorneys who don't understand this very basic and yet very profound principle. And here's the message that I've been hearing personally, and I want to share with you because I think it has a lot of value. I think it can transform the way an attorney experiences client relationships. And let's face it, client relationships are at the heart of what we do because we serve our clients and their legal needs. We don't have a job or a career in most cases if we don't have clients. And that includes business clients, corporate CEOs or CFOs who come to us to get their company set up, protected, guided through whatever sort of legal challenge. Connecting with our clients on a deeper human level is such a profound and important key to unlocking and building a successful practice, because our clients are the ones who are experiencing the legal problem, right? And we're the lawyers. Yes, we spent several years getting the technical know-how, understanding case law, statutory interpretation, all the things that we normally do in our job, if we're litigators or even if we're drafting legal documents for clients. But all of that technical jargon and information goes over our clients' heads. Sure, they might be interested in understanding how the law works a little bit more, but at the end of the day, what they're really looking for from an attorney is that attorney to solve their problem. Whether somebody's going through a divorce and their major problem is they're afraid of whether or not they're going to have custody of their children, or maybe how much child support they're going to have to pay. The fears that go along with the uncertainty that is involved in what our clients experience, especially in major legal challenges like a divorce or facing a criminal charge or having some major business litigation that could have a huge impact on a client's company's bottom line, or could wipe out their savings, or an employee may have filed some kind of sexual harassment lawsuit against a CEO. All of those things, as attorneys, we think about the technical assessment, the legal assessment. How do we help this person solve this problem? But I think we have to back it up a little bit before we even really start to dig deep into analyzing how we can solve our clients' legal problems. It's really taking the time to ask more about what our client is experiencing in relation to the legal struggle. What are they feeling? Who is involved that's making them feel this way? When you really dig deep and you just start to understand the human landscape of your clients when it comes to their personal legal challenges, which again is well related to business law as well, you begin to uncover the deeper motivations for your client, the deeper, more meaningful triggers or hot button issues that your client might have. And the better you understand those things, the more you can speak to those challenges and bring about a sense of comfort or guidance through strength, through the knowledge of law that you have as an attorney, through your ability to navigate in the legal system if it's something that's in court. Speaking directly to the pain, the fears, the worries, the anxieties, the deeper struggles that our clients are experiencing around a given legal problem. Even if that's planning for the future, say in estate planning, or drafting some kind of a contract for a business owner. They also have fears and worries. It may be projected out into the future, but it has to do with a fear of something that involves the law that they want to protect against. So whether it's litigation where there are real fears about dealing with a particular problem right here and right now, or fears about protecting against and planning around something in the future. Our clients have fears, and the people that I have talked to or heard from just this past week are people that have been working with lawyers and they have been experiencing their own fears about their particular legal situations. One had to do with some real estate problems, and he was spending upwards of $60,000 in attorney's fees just to deal with this situation that he didn't go looking for, it came to him. And the other one had to do with somebody who was just facing an impending divorce. And you know, when you experience something in the legal system as an individual and not just as an attorney, like being sued, which I have been before, multiple times, at some point you begin to really understand when you experience legal challenges yourself as an attorney, and you may or may not understand that particular area of the law. I think as lawyers we have more confidence in dealing with legal problems because we are more skilled and knowledgeable and understand what to expect. But taking that experience and then shifting it to, okay, what about my client who has just been dragged into a divorce that he didn't want, and his wife is really upset and wants him to pay major amounts of child support. Let's just say that as an example. When you can take the time to really unpack what it is that your client is feeling, especially in relation to fear and worries, and get a better grasp of what specifically motivates your client. What is it that he really wants in this situation? Don't assume that you know, or that everybody is the same, because if your client's wealthy, child support may not be an issue. He just wants to make sure he can have equal parenting time with his kids. Or if he's wealthy, maybe child support is a bigger issue because he actually assumes he'll have more time with his kids. Whatever the case may be, I think far too often, and this is the feedback that I've heard from other people, is that we attorneys assume what our clients are most concerned about. And in assuming what we think they're most concerned about, we speak to that with them, and we miss the point when it comes to speaking to their real concerns or their deeper concerns. Or maybe we just touch on one concern they have, but they have 2 or 3 other concerns. And we do ourselves a disservice as attorneys when we fail to engage in a deeper human connection or develop a deeper human relationship with our clients. Because as human beings, we all want to be heard. We all want to be seen. And especially when we are entrusting our lives, our future, our money, our investment into an attorney we expect that person will actually care about us as the clients. And so that becomes the challenge when we look at things from a different perspective and recognize what is important to our clients in the attorney-client relationship may not seem to be important to us as attorneys. But if you want to build a thriving practice, then it's vital that you understand what clients want, because they're the ones that are going to be paying your legal fees. They're the ones that are going to be referring potential clients in the future or not. They're going to be the ones who have future legal problems. And I can tell you from experience that the more I have sought to build a relationship with my clients, and I do this whether they're clients who may have a checkered past or not. I do a lot of criminal defense work. So maybe all of my clients are not the kind of people I would go hang out with on a Friday night. But when I am there to serve my clients' needs, I want to know more about them. I want to understand how they got from one point to another to the next. I want to understand what really motivates them in their particular legal challenge, so that I better understand how to craft my representation of that client in terms of trying to meet their goals, their expectations, not my own. I can put my ego aside and seek to understand my client more deeply, more humanly. And the more I do that, the more positive feedback I get from my clients, who I will say, for the most part, if they ever have a legal problem in the future, they come back to me, because I've already built a strong human connection with them. I haven't just treated them like another case file that I want to open and shut as soon as I can. I treat them with the dignity that I would want to be treated with if I went to a lawyer. Or even take the example of a doctor. It's hard to have a meaningful conversation with doctors these days because their head's in a computer and they have so much paperwork to fill out. We as attorneys can make a decision to build strong client connections, and in so doing, build a thriving practice, because people will want to come back to us. People will want to refer other clients to us. We're not just about trying to make more money. We're not just about trying to be the best attorney in our in our community. We are about trying to give more quality service to our clients, and doing so by building that human connection is so powerful and yet so often overlooked. And as an aside, it's one great way to make sure that AI doesn't make our jobs as attorneys obsolete, because AI will never have the ability to have a human connection with us as human beings. And even if AI develops so that there are robots who can interact with people and mimic a human being, they will never truly be human beings. And so if you oversimplify your practice and you're just about the bottom line and you don't build a connection with your clients, it will be easier for them to go on the internet to find legal support. AI, write me a will. It's already happened when you look at LegalZoom. When you look at other internet-based DIY, self-service legal options. If it's about cost cutting, people can find that all over the place. And AI and the internet and technology will always be cheaper than us attorneys for the most part. But if you want to set yourself apart as an attorney, do so by tapping into the power of human connections, of being a true a human guide on the legal journey that your client is going through, whatever kind of journey or problem they may be facing. Then you can guarantee that AI will never wipe out your career. because people need people. People thrive with other people. You too will find more human purpose and fulfillment when you connect with your clients on a deeper level. And that's also one good way to avoid burnout, is if you build human connections, you see the value of that, and it doesn't even take a lot of extra time on top of what you're doing as an attorney. You feel better about that relationship. It's not just, oh, I have to get another brief done. Oh, I have to file another memo. It's, oh, I am taking care of this person and her needs, or her family's needs, or his business needs. Oh, I feel better because I'm helping that person, and I can experience the emotional impact and power of that by seeing their happiness, by seeing their fulfillment, their relief. Do not underestimate the power of the human connection as an attorney. It is such a powerful way to transform your practice and make it a thriving practice, but also a powerful way to give you the kind of life where you are personally fulfilled and thrive as a human being.